found on islands across the
No! Oh
my
no!
god. How are y'all chilling? How are y'all just sitting there?
This thing has
just chilling.
This
Hey everyone. Why orcas are the most disrespectful animals on the planet. Have you guys seen it? Because we haven't.
All right, let's jump into it. Oh!
I've been trying to tell y'all, killer whales are just waterproof black Air Forces with fins. Their entire personality is bullying every name on the ocean census for no reason at all. Let me explain why this video is way worse than you actually think. It's actually well known that orcas will tail slap their prey.
Yeah.
It's the fastest way to make
high?
the seal join the
Oh my god!
There were actually 6 of these hood dolphins taking turns slapping the stingray. And after getting bodied the first time, the stingray was too weak to get away, so the orcas just kept violating it. And this went on for an hour and a half.
Oh my
Scientists
goodness.
watching this thought the orcas would just eat the stingray afterwards.
Yeah.
Instead, when the stingray finally became past tense, all 6 orcas just watched it lifelessly sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Are you
Are you
About
fucking
their
kidding?
survival. Nah, these homicidal Oreos spent 90 minutes jumping a stingray because they thought it was fun. Orcas don't operate on survival, they live off malicious intent.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
yeah, I think I heard something, but like orcas are just fucking messed up.
I just watched its lifeless body sink to the bottom. What?
Yeah.
That's evil.
Orcas have a weird way of having fun. Just
Yeah.
a real messed up way of having fun.
They're one of the few animals that will go out of their way to torture and murk other animals for fun. They literally spend hours violating seals, penguins, and stingrays and not even eat them in the end, and that's another ballpark of disrespect. One scientist watched an orca chase a penguin for half an hour, snap its neck, and then leave its soul-divorced body floating on the surface.
Dude!
In this video, sharks don't run the ocean. This steroid zebra guppy does. Only reason
my
they don't go after
God.
people is because they see themselves in. Y'all starting to put way too much faith in me. Because if I get on here and say that's a graboid or an Alaskan bullworm and end the video, what y'all
Wait.
gonna do?
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
Am I looking at this? Is this what I'm looking at?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, that looks real weird.
That's a lungfish. It's a fish with lungs. Also,
What?
I think that video was filmed in Uganda, which checks out because the lungfish is found in Africa, South America, and Australia. When there's a drought or they run out of water, this air guppy will bury itself in the mud and then cover itself in a coat of mucus. When the snot
Ah.
it basically acts as a protective coffin. And like most people in coffins, a lungfish basically dies by shutting down almost every system in their body. The mummy fish will sit there until it rains again, and then it'll dig itself out like nothing ever happened. And some, like the African
Okay.
lungfish, can take a break from living for 3 to 5 years without food or water. All it needs to wake up from its suspended animation is water, apparently an excavator. So what did we learn today? This fish can breathe air and water and put its own life on pause for up to 5 years. Meanwhile, us humans got back pain and anxiety because evolution's a
5 years?
That's crazy.
What?
Wow.
5 years?
And all it needs is water, and it comes back.
I can't comprehend that. Like, what if it's down there for too long? 8 years later, it's like, oh shit, I forgot.
Well,
like,
it encases itself in mucus, so I would imagine that's like equivalent to stopping its like decomposition. Because like if you shut yourself down, that means like like your heart stopped,
right,
like you're not breathing,
right.
and you're just
So they don't need food then.
yeah. That's crazy.
That blows my mind.
That's crazy.
Ew. What are we looking
I
at?
don't know what that is.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
That's the end of the video.
Okay, great.
I don't think I just know everything about everything, but I promise you I don't. But if I had to guess, it's probably a CNM. This thing. Even though they look like plants, this thing whose name I refuse to pronounce is actually an animal. As part of the Cnidaria phylum, they're also related to jellyfish. And some of them like to remind the world that they're not plants by moving just like this.
That's crazy.
It's
What?
dancing.
I didn't know they could do that. What?
Jellyfish. And some of them like to remind the world that they're not
That's
plants
just- that's
by
how
moving
they
just
smell?
like this. So what I'm guessing happened here is the water receded and exposed the sea anemone at the bottom. And as an animal, them shrinking away is probably just a defensive reaction to being touched.
Wow.
And here you can see a green sea anemone doing the
No,
exact
don't
same
show your
Okay,
finger,
this
dude.
is just
It's also what they think is a predator.
gross.
Ew.
Oh, what
I'm on
the?
a list now. I could be completely wrong, but that's my best guess. Well, I just watched Hank Green, and apparently the video's upside down. This actually makes more sense. If you value your mental
What?
health, do not watch this video.
No. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're going to Australia.
Prepare ourselves. Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
This is the only warning you're gonna get. Meet your new nightmare, the coconut crab.
What?
It's Photoshop. This is real life. They're related to hermit crabs, but everything about them
Holy
is on PEDs.
crap.
They can grow to 3.5 feet long from tip to
No! Absolutely not. If I saw that, I would lose my mind. What the fuck?
The only thing I can say is at least it's not a giant spider.
I fucking.
Close though.
I don't know.
Pretty
man.
close.
That's.
Honestly, never mind. It's a hard-shelled spider.
Yeah.
tip and weigh 9 pounds. Now the biggest problem with this hellspawn with claws is they believe in the worst type of equality, meaning they eat everything without prejudice. Adult crabs will eat fleshy fruits, nuts, and seeds,
Ew.
but they'll also eat the carcasses of dead animals like cats and chickens. In fact, a group of these
Oh my
crabs made an
goodness.
entire pig's
Why are you
corpse
so
disappear
close,
in only
dude?
a week. And since nature is a spiteful person, not only can they climb trees, they've been known to scale tree branches and murk sleeping birds in their nest. And those claws can break birds' bones since they pinch with about 740 pounds of force. Just
Oh,
for
I
the
didn't
record,
even
the
see
bite
that.
force of a whole ass lion is 650. This crab pinches harder than lions bite. Whoever thought that was a good idea was on
Yo!
disrespectful
Holy
timing.
shit.
Also, because of their diet, a lot of them are poisonous. These crabs are found on islands across the
No!
east.
Oh my god!
God.
no!
How are y'all chilling? How are y'all just
what-
sitting there?
This thing has
Just chilling.
This thing has a
No.
like a grip force that's stronger than a lion,
No.
and you just casually
You're just
sitting there?
camping around,
What if you're-
telling stories.
What if it's just like, oh, that's a pretty cool big toe. Clamp.
Right?
Oh,
It's literally like one of them was like, family, attack.
oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Also, I thought he was going to say they're in Australia, but he said islands.
Oh,
Wait,
jeez.
is Australia an island? Technically, yeah.
Technically.
Indian and part of the Pacific Ocean.
Oh.
This last fact might be the worst one. When Amelia Earhart crashed, a lot of people believe the reason her body was never found was because a group of these crabs turned her corpse into a cookout.
We
And
heard this
considering these
story.
We
crabs are
heard about
scavengers
this,
that will eat
actually.
literally anything dead, it's a possibility.
What is this?
The whole page is really just turning into What's That Pokemon, where I'm just a breeding Pokedex. And I'm okay with that. This little guy is a pygmy marmoset. It's a type of New World monkey found in the Amazon. And at 3.5 ounces, this thumb monkey weighs about as much as 3 Skittles. They're one of the smallest primates in the world, and in
my
a jungle
God.
full of ops, they stay alive by going everywhere as a group and by hiding up in the trees. But never up in the canopy. That's a good way to become a harpy eagle's happy meal. When a baby marmoset
I swear I've seen that sloth
Yeah.
just getting destroyed by the eagle from his videos so many
I know.
times.
is born, different family members will take turns watching it, including its older siblings. Babysitting their little brother or sister is actually how the older ones learn how to be parents. They normally get along, but when threatened, their first instinct is to proudly display their genitals and let the intruder make the next move. You wouldn't want to smoke with a creature
What?
they could do, but that's probably why it works.
Wait, what?
Also, these aren't
Can you
You're telling me this thing flashes and then it's just like, what are you gonna do now?
imagine if humans did that? You break it into my house? I take my pants off. Show you my bare ass. Get out of here. What the hell?
It's like Pokemon. It's like, this is my move. What's your next move?
Yeah.
big grapes, that's literally how small they are. Like, they're so small they act as insects to insects, and of course the insects don't even see them as a threat. And because I know there's going to be that one person, technically you can have them as pets, but they're high maintenance, biting, screaming anuses that die if you look at them the wrong way. Marmosets are good pets if you know what you're doing, but for the most part they're like celebrities. They're a lot more fun to be around when they're behind a screen. Here are some things you can do in Australia that you simply can't do anywhere else. Number 1, you can meet Pikachu. This is a yellow brush-tailed possum. They're one of the most widespread marsupials in Australia, so widespread that sometimes they break into people.
Excuse me? They break into people's homes? No!
Imagine if you're just sitting there and you see that claw come
What is this
through.
nightmare fuel shit today? Like, oh my god.
What's happening?
People's homes. And getting Kool-Aid Man by a living Pokemon is definitely something you need in your life.
No.
Number 2, you can watch a blue penguin parade. The blue penguin is the smallest of its kind, and if you're on Phillip Island at the right time,
They
you can
got
watch
crazy
towards them
eyes,
emerge
I'm not
from the
gonna
sea and
lie.
waddle single file like children towards their nesting sites. Like, you can actually sit and watch them waddle past you. And if you can sit here and tell me this doesn't make you smile, either you sold your soul or you just weren't born with one to begin with.
Yo, they made a platform with lights on it. That's crazy.
It's a tourist spot.
That's... I was like expecting to just see a bunch of people standing on like standing by the sand, and they actually have a whole platform.
They have a
for tourists.
viewing center.
Insane.
Number 3, you can meet a patamelon. It's basically the kangaroo's smaller, less clouded cousin. And like roos and wallabies, they get to where they gotta go by hopping. They're just really cute about it. Number 4, you can witness Aurora Australis, aka the Southern Lights. It's the result of a disturbance in the magnetosphere caused by solar wind, which causes particles to release color as they become ionized.
That's cool.
In simple
That's so
terms,
crazy.
it's nature on LSD. And number 5, of course, you can meet the world's happiest animal.
Quokka.
Technically found off the coast of Australia on islands like Rottnest, but it still counts. They smile to cool off, and they've lost their fear of humans.
They
which
smile.
Wait, what are they?
Quokkas.
Quokkas?
Yeah, they're like known for their smile.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
is why this exists. In Quokka, we trust. Here's some animals that have a worse birthday than you. Rabbits, because if Mama Rabbit gets pressed in any way, she'll turn her children into kids' meals. If she's afraid or there's
What?
predators, she'll eat her babies to protect them from predators that want to eat them.
What?
Literally, just pop a balloon around a rabbit and watch how fast she becomes a carrot-fueled Casey. Tasmanian devils are born into the Hunger Games. Because
Yo.
even though there can be up to 50 babies called joeys, the mother only has 4 nipples. So the blind babies the size of a grain of rice have to crawl around to find them. The first 4 get to live, the rest either starve or get eaten by the mother. Giraffes are for the simple fact that they get dropped on their head when they're born. They're lucky if that's all that happens, because if the mother gets tired and sits down before the baby's out completely, she could accidentally crush it. If they survive all that, it takes them about an hour to learn how to walk, and every minute that baby's on the ground is a minute they're closer to getting put to sleep by lions, hyenas, or wild
that's
dogs.
crazy.
The mother will use her dinner plate-sized feet to kick at predators, but there's also the chance she accidentally kicks her baby and breaks its neck. Last is the barnacle goose, because they have 2 choices. They can jump off a 400-foot cliff or starve. Basically death or death in slow motion, and half the chicks that jump become past tense by the end of the day. This is one of the smartest animals in the world, and it's also one of the biggest menaces to society. The kea is a large parrot found in the mountainous areas of New Zealand. The kea is smart enough to solve complex puzzles in order to get the food inside.
Damn.
But because they've gotten used to humans, this bird will literally take cars apart with their beak.
That's-
Every year in
what?
New Zealand, this parrot
We were
causes
hearing
thousands
about
of dollars
this.
in
Yeah.
damage by destroying cars, and they do it just because they feel like it.
That's
This fellow tweety
crazy.
will also open and search through backpacks and purses, steal whatever they can find, and then dare you to do something about it. If this parrot steals your wallet and flies off, that's very much a you problem. They're not just an op to people. The kea will use that razor-sharp beak to hurt sheep just so they can eat the fat from the back of the animal. Nobody really knows who taught the birds to act like this, but it used to happen so often that the farmers started putting the birds on shirts in order to protect their sheep. Since the kea is now protected by law, they get to act up with no consequences. They'll also steal eggs from shearwater nests and turn an entire nursery into an omelet, because not even other birds are safe from the audacity. Moral of this video: this bird is proof that the smarter you are, the more of a phallus you are to everyone's way of life.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
These animals be crazy.
The
They're
coconut
crazy.
crab thing is too much for me.
That's too big.
That's too big.
That's too big for that type of an animal.
And then the Pikachu that would rip through your walls. If I saw those hands, if I just heard, and then I look over and I just see, just something trying to pull its way out, I'd be like, no.
I'd be screaming like a baby.
I'd burn the house
running
down.
for the door.
I'd just burn the house down. Forget
The
it.
whole house?
It's the equivalent of if I went somewhere and I saw a bunch of baby spiders just going everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I can't live in that house.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
I think you're right.
I have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of the whole house. Start over.
Go find a quokka to cheer you up.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.